Well, hey, folks, I had the privilege and the honor of receiving some advanced copies of some of the Warmechs that are going to be part of the Revelations Universe Skirmish game Kickstarter. And I just got these in the mail yesterday. And so I guess I want to do a little bit of an unboxing. I got two Warmechs here, and they are 3D printed. And really, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unbox these for you just to kind of show you the quality of what you'd be getting in the Kickstarter, because I've been watching this Kickstarter for a while and I'm super excited about it. And I love me some big stompy robot death machines. And so when I saw that they were kickstarting it, I just had to get my hands on some of these mechs. So they graciously sent me a couple of these to review and share with you all, and just kind of share my excitement for what's coming out of that game. So let's just want to do a quick unboxing, and then I'm going to go back and assemble these and kind of show you what they look like assembled. So real quick, I just kind of want to open these up and show you what you'd be getting. So there's two different factions, and one of the factions, there's a Sierra mech, and there's the other faction that's part of the Kickstarter. There's a Goblin war mech. And so let's start with the Goblin war mech. Let's just open this up. There's several pieces, but really just kind of give you an up close look at the quality. So these are resin 3D printed, and hopefully you can kind of see the detail there, but it is really crisp and really good detail. Like, there's obviously, just like anything, there's going to be a little bit of cleanup, but look at the detail on that. And it's really smooth. There's no printing lines, which is very typical of a resin printer. But that looks really solid. And so this is part of the body. See if we can get you a good look at that. Good focus on that. Really crisp lines. Obviously I'll look at some pictures to see how to assemble these guys, but there's some smaller parts on these too. So here's an arm. Really crisp detail on the fist. That looks good. I'm assuming that's some kind of gun on there. That is looking really good. And it looks like there's some like missile pods or gun pods that are on the side there. Really crisp detail there. I guess those are vents on the back, but these kind of go on the side. I think it looks a little bit like something like this. Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to assume, but I got to figure out how to assemble these guys. And this is the headpiece, I'm pretty sure. I looked at this a little bit earlier. There's the headpiece. See if I can get my big fat fingers out of the way and you can see that a little bit more clearly. Nice sharp lines, clean prints. I love it. Let's open up the Sierra really quick. And they come with these, look like MDF, maybe 50 millimeter bases. I think those look nice. Take a look at those in a minute here. But here's the Sierra war mech. Looks like it's a little bit bigger. One piece leg assembly. Very nice. Again, really crisp lines on those, looking good. There's no ridges. I rubbed my thumbnail against that. It's not catching on anything. Very smooth, looking good. Very nice. And this one's looks like it's in fewer parts, so I think this kind of goes like this, right? Some posability for you. I like the posability. I like it a lot. And then arms. Look, this is a gun arm. Probably goes like this. And then a punchy arm goes like that. This one looks like it's got fewer pieces to assemble, but I think that's basically what you're looking at. And you got some posability there, but there's the gun arm. Looking really good. Plenty of detail on there. And it's got this little antenna there. It seems pretty solid. I'm not super worried about that breaking off. Again, clean lines here. Love it. Okay, so those are the Warmechs. So I'll come back and have those guys put together so that you can see them. And 50 millimeter. I think, don't quote me on that. They look like 50 millimeter bases based on other games that I've played. But obviously, and there's got these notches on them. I'm assuming that might be something for front arc. I haven't seen the rules yet, but I'm assuming that's going to be something with along lines of front arc. But don't quote me on that. That's a huge assumption on my part. So those are the pieces of the mechs. I wanted to give you a sense of the quality. I'll be back with an assembled mech and show you what they look like all put together. Okay, so I built these mechs, these war mechs, last night, and I wanted to show them to you. So they went together really well. This is the Sierra war mech all put together. So I really like the posing and the positioning. I think, again, the parts go together really smooth and only a minor bit of cleanup. And I think I was wrong yesterday or in the earlier part of this video when I said that that might be the front arc. This is actually, I looked on the Instagram on the Revelations post and they said that those notches are for the back arc. So if you want to, I'm assuming as part of the game mechanics, as part of the rear arc, if you want to like definitively define where the rear arc is, that's where it is. But, can I see if we can get a little close up here? See if we can get some camera focus on here, maybe somewhat. Yeah, looking good. Really smooth print. I like it a lot. Very happy with the quality. There we go. Very happy with the quality on that. Kind of give you a good look at what it looks like. Kind of glued it all together. I used a little bit of green stuff to kind of make sure that the joints glued together well, but I didn't have to pin anything on this one. This one's got fewer parts than the Goblin. So it's a really good design. I like it a lot. So that's the Sierra. This is the Goblin. So this one had more parts, and I sort of had to, me a little bit of dry fitting to sort of figure out where the pieces go and how they kind of operate. But after you, let's get this out of the way so the camera knows how to focus. Once you kind of put it all together, it made a lot of sense. So I did put a little bit of pinning. I used a paper clip to pin the arms in place. But that's just for extra stability. I don't think you actually have to pin these guys. I think the pieces fit together very well. That's just me being a little bit neurotic about how I assemble models. So this one looks really, really good too. And I put a little bit of extra stuff on the base just for more character and whatnot. The head articulates. The body is one thing. There's a piece in the back for what I'm assuming is some sort of thrusters or something like that. And then there's a couple pieces here for extra weapons. The arms, I think, positioned very nicely and kind of give a little bit of an action pose. The legs, again, are one piece, but kind of give you a good sense of what this Warmech looks like. Kind of give you a slow turn here. Sort of get a sense of what these bad boys look like. Really, really impressed with these prints. I love it. Good detail, and I like the size. Also, since I know the question is going to come up, I wanted to talk a little bit about the scale. And talking with the Revelations Skirmish creator, wanting to make sure that it was okay with him. So he said totally okay to show the scale differences between a couple of different popular model lines. So I wanted to kind of show this with his blessing, of course, because this is really about the Revelations Skirmish models. So understand that this is purely for just size comparison so that you get a sense of how big these things are. So if you take it from, the Goblin Warmech and, other popular lines like Battletech for mecha, this is kind of the size comparison that you're looking at. So this is 12 mil. The Goblin Warmech or the Revelations Skirmish scale is 12 millimeter, while Battletech is more 6 millimeter. So that kind of gives you an idea of what size comparison you're looking at. Like if you're thinking about 28 millimeter, or actually nowadays Games Workshop is more like 32 heroic scale. So this is kind of give you a rough size estimate of hey, here's how big the models are, right? So let's do this as well so that you can kind of see the Sierra and the Goblin are kind of roughly the same height, but to kind of give you a sense of what the scale is on these guys. So just so that you can get a picture of what that looks like. So that's it. That's my unboxing and my assembly and kind of size comparison. I wanted to throw that out there for you all to take a look at. If you have not looked at this Kickstarter, I really, really strongly recommend that you go check it out. The link to the Kickstarter is on the video description. The link is in the description of this video. So if you have not taken a look at that, go check it out. These are some sweet models. You don't want to miss out on these mechs. So I anticipate more content on Revelations coming soon, but wanted to get you guys to be able to see this so that you could see the awesomeness that's coming out of that Kickstarter. Hey, thanks for watching.